Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up an automatic PPC ad campaign on Amazon step by step. This is perfect if you've just launched a new product or you're trying to collect data on keywords that are converting. I use this campaign every time I launch a new product on Amazon. I don't just launch auto campaigns when I start PPC, but it's one of the ways that I find new keywords for my manual campaigns. Now, before we get into it, if you guys like videos like this, don't forget to like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. But before we dive in, here's why automatic campaigns matter. Amazon decides which keywords and ASINs your ad should show up for based on your listing. It does the targeting for you. That makes it a great tool for collecting data, especially if your listing is well optimized. But remember, auto campaigns are for discovery. You use them to find what works. Then you take those results and use them to build out your manual PPC campaigns. So now let me show you how I set this up inside of Seller Central. So first things first is we're gonna go inside of our campaign manager in Seller Central and click create a new campaign. From there, we're gonna go ahead and select sponsored product ads, where it's gonna bring you to this page right here. Now, the first things that you're gonna see is ad group settings and products. So you're gonna wanna name your ad group, and remember from my video on how I structure my Amazon PPC ad campaigns, I only have one ad group per campaign. So because of this, I like to name my campaigns something like this. Product name, and then I'll input the ASIN, and then what kind of campaign it is. So in this case, auto. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the product that we want to be in this campaign. So we'll go ahead and select that and click add. And once you add it, you're gonna see it on the right side right here. And then when you scroll down, you're gonna see two different targeting types. We have automatic targeting and manual targeting. We're gonna go ahead and leave it on automatic since we are creating an auto campaign. And then you're gonna see this section right here, automatic targeting. Now, automatically it's going to be set to default bids, but what I like to do is set bids by targeting group. And then it's gonna pop up these four options. So we have close match, which targets keywords that are closely related to the product you're advertising on. We have loose match, which is going to target keywords that are loosely related to your product. We have substitutes, which is going to target product targets that are similar to yours. And then we have complements, which is going to target products that can complement the product that you're advertising on. Because all four of these actually work differently, I don't keep them all on in one campaign. So I'll either do where I keep close match and loose match on, and then I'll see which one performs best and then leave that in the end. Or if I wanted to target product targets, I would leave substitutes and complements on and then see which one performs the best and leave that on in the end. Or if you really wanted to segment your auto campaigns, you would do one close match campaign, one loose match campaign, one substitutes campaign, and then one complements campaign. Now, since in the beginning I want to find new keyword targets, we're gonna go ahead and start with close match and loose match. Next, we have to set our bids for each of these match types. But before we do that, we're gonna skip down to the bottom here where it says campaign bidding strategy. Now, automatically, it's going to be set to dynamic bids up and down. And what this is it will increase your bids by up to 100% if you're more likely to get a sale, and lower your bid when you're less likely to get a sale. And then you have dynamic bids down only, which will lower your bid when you're less likely to convert on a sale. And then you have fixed bids, which is going to make your bids exactly what you input in the targeting section up above. Now, personally, I like to have my campaigns at dynamic bids down only. Keep in mind that there's not a one-size-fits-all answer for this. I've seen people who use fixed bids, I've seen people who use dynamic bids up and down, but I like to set this first because when we scroll back to our targeting tab, we see that the bids are actually different than they were before. So for auto campaigns specifically, I'll generally just use Amazon suggested bid. So for close match, we have 65 cents, and then for loose match, we have 40 cents. Now we'll go ahead and continue creating our auto campaign. For bid adjustments on auto campaigns, I always leave this blank. And then we have campaign name. So because I only have one ad group per campaign, I'll always name this the same as I did my ad group. And then you have start date, leave that. End date, I never set an end date for my campaigns. If you ever wanted to turn off a campaign, you would just turn it off, but never archive your campaigns either. I don't personally recommend that. And then here we're going to set a daily budget for our campaign. Now, when I'm first starting off with a brand new product and a brand new auto campaign, I'll generally set this between $10 and $20 just so that I can start collecting data in the beginning. And then we'll go ahead and scroll down. Now, at the time of this recording, this is currently in beta, but Amazon automatically selects for you to increase bids on higher traffic days. You can go ahead and turn that off, and then we're going to launch our campaign. Now that we've created our auto campaign, we're gonna go ahead and let it run for a few days and start getting impressions, clicks, and hopefully sales. And once we start to get clicks and sales, this is what we wanna do next. We're gonna go to our ad group, we're gonna scroll down, and we're gonna select the ad group here. Then we're gonna go to this section called search terms. And obviously this is a new campaign, so we don't have data. But as you start to get clicks, you're gonna see all of the different keywords that you are bidding on within your auto campaign. Now there's two different things that you wanna do to optimize this. First is you're gonna go ahead and organize it by most spend to least by having the arrow facing down. You're gonna start going through the keyword list or the search term list that the auto campaign provides, and you're gonna find keywords that are not relevant to your product, and you're gonna go ahead and add them into negative targeting right here. Let's say that you sell a water bottle and in your search terms you see the keyword baby bottle. That's just not relevant and you probably don't wanna spend money on it. So you would add negative keyword, you would put the keyword baby bottle in there as negative exact and then add negative. This would mean that you will no longer spend on that keyword within your auto campaign. The second optimization that you're gonna make is you're going to organize your search terms by most orders to least by clicking on the order button and having the arrow facing down. And you're gonna find keywords that you are getting sales on with a good ACoS, and then you're going to take those search terms and move them into their own manual campaigns. This way you'll be able to actually control the cost per click for those keywords, the budget on those keywords, and start building out a list of keywords that you're already getting sales on. So that's exactly how you set up an automatic PPC ad campaign for your Amazon products. Keep in mind that you can set up the same type of campaign by using substitutes and complements and targeting product targets instead of just keyword targets. But if you guys want to see my exact PPC ad strategy and have access to one of the most in-depth guides on Amazon PPC ads out there, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship program linked in the description of this video. I have never had a student tell me that it was not the most in-depth guide on PPC ads that they have seen on the internet. Not only that, but you get direct access to me to message me questions along your journey. I'll be your mentor throughout your entire Amazon FBA journey. You get a one-on-one call with me where we can go over an audit and review your Amazon PPC ad campaigns. You have access to our private Facebook group, the freight forwarder that I created for my students, where on average students save 30 to 50% on shipping. You have access to the AMZ Masterclass listing creation service, where the same team who creates my Amazon product listings will create yours. We have the product selection option, where based on the criteria that I use and teach in the program, I will select a product for you and give you an in-depth report on that product. We have our inspection service, our bookkeeping service, and so much more. If you've ever been interested in learning how to sell on Amazon or learning how to take your Amazon account or PPC ads to the next level, this program is for you. But on that note, everybody, don't forget to like and comment on this video and subscribe, because remember, I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And as always, have a blessed day, ladies and gentlemen.